What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Darius Dotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or a loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right. Welcome back to another episode. So let's talk about those times, and maybe this is the time for you right now, when you just feel off your game, when you feel off track. And I'm excited to give you this episode because it's one of those topics that I feel like I'm talking about all the time, but it's always so relevant and necessary to get the reminder, because getting them curveballs and the setbacks and the twists and turns of whatever road you're on, feeling lost, not knowing what to do next, this happens to everybody. We all go through this, and it happens to us more than once. It's a feeling that's a reoccurring one. So it's good to keep what we're going to talk about in the front of your mind, because those feelings will happen to anyone who is chasing a big goal, who's going after something, who's working towards something. This is a requirement, really, to get to where you want to go. And one of the problems is that society shows us and tells us and leads us to believe that success is linear. And we believe this, and we expect to put in work and be killing it on a regular. And when we don't, when we have the setback, we want to throw in the towel, or we tell ourselves a bullshit excuse that we're not capable, right? Or we'll never get there, or we're not good enough. And that couldn't be further from the truth. So let's dive in, because look, like I always say, I'm on this journey with you. And just like I'm striving for growth, I honestly want the same thing for you. I truly do. So I'm going to give you 6 steps to get out of that rut, to get the ball back rolling and up in the air. So before I get to number 1, I want to start by saying that the majority of the times we feel off track, or we feel like we're in a rut, is when we're not taking action. For whatever reason it may be, which I have a good idea why that reason is, we can get stagnant. And stagnant is not what you want to be. I always compare it to water, like a stagnant pond water, right? And you know what that nasty water looks like. It gets green, this green film over the top of it. It stinks. It got gnats and flies flying around. It's stagnant. And when you don't take action, when you haven't been taking action for a while, it don't feel good. You feel you feel it on the inside. Like I always say, action creates more action. Inaction creates more inaction. So in order to not feel stagnant, you have to take action. And you may be trying to figure out how to just take that damn action, because it ain't always as easy as it may seem. And the thing is, we do take action. We take action all day, and we don't even think about it as being an action that we're taking. If you have to go to the bathroom, you don't need to be motivated. You don't need inspiration. No, you got to go to the bathroom, and you just go. When you're hungry, you don't need to sit and think about how complicated of a process it's going to be to eat. No, you get up, go to the kitchen, or go buy some food. You're taking action in order to eat. If you're in a rut or experiencing a setback, you don't just sit on the couch and pee on yourself. You don't sit there and let yourself be hungry all day. No. So you're taking action. It just ain't the action that's going to lead to the life you want. If a lion walked in your living room right now, you ain't going to need to think about a damn thing. You ain't going to need to find no motivation. You will take action and get the hell out of there. And I really want you to see this in your mind. Sometimes we trick ourselves into thinking we're in a rut, thinking that we're not able to take that action. Because just like you can take action when you need to, when a lion walks in your room, you can take action when you want to accomplish that goal. The only thing is, it's not a need right now. So the action can seem harder to just do. And really, most of the time what it boils down to is starting small. Most of the time when we don't take action, it's because we think about all the things we need to do versus what needs to be done next. Let's say that you're not motivated to go to the gym. Most of the time, it ain't because you're thinking about doing one curl. No, it's because you think about all the stuff you got to do at the gym, every exercise that you don't feel like doing, all the burn and sweat that you got to experience, how you got to put on clothes and drive all the way to the gym, doing every step you have to do instead of what you have to do next. And sometimes we just have to take it all the way down to the basics. Sometimes we have to trick our minds to get it moving, the mind and the body, those two. So what do I mean by getting your mind moving? Find something, put on something that makes you feel better. Music, a song, this podcast, maybe another podcast, a motivational speaker. No, not Netflix, not something that's going to keep you on the couch, but something that's going to get your mind in a better place. Maybe you put on a song you can twerk to or a song you want to jump around to. You need to trick your mind in a way to get it moving. And the second part is your body. And that's number one. Number one is to move your body. Don't negotiate with your mind, because the thing is, nobody is stuck in a rut when they're moving, when they're taking action. It's when you're stuck on a couch, you've been sucked into your phone all day. And like I always say, you just have to get your body moving. And this literally can be just about anything. Do some jumping jacks, run in place, shake out your limbs, stretch, pat your body all over, get your body moving and your mind moving to get ready to start taking the action. And if you need more than that, I suggest getting some caffeine in you, or vitamins, or B12, something to help you get your body moving. Action creates more action. Force your body to move, to take small steps. And that's number two. Take those small steps. Like I said, a lot of times when we feel stuck or lost in a rut, it's because we think about all the stuff we have to do, all the steps, all the tasks, all the procedures, all the work, how far we are away from it. And it can be overwhelming. It can be confusing, really. And it can be demotivating. And we can start to feel lost because we think about all the things that need to be done instead of the one thing that needs to be done next. We can't do all the things at one damn time. We just cannot. So let's say you want to get fit. All you have to focus on is getting to the gym and doing that one curl. And you get to the gym and you do the one curl and you make that your main focus. Get into the gym and doing that one curl. And if you do and you walk out right after, it's a win because you focused on doing that one thing and you did it. Now, of course, you don't expect to go to the gym and only do one curl. But my point is, if you go to the gym and you do that one curl, guess what? You're going to be motivated to do another one, then another one. And then the next thing you know, you're going to complete a whole set. Now you just completed a whole set of curls when you only originally focused on doing one curl. No, is this example a realistic one to get yourself in shape? Maybe not. But the same concept can be used when you feel overwhelmed with all the things you have to get done. Focus on something small. Then once you do that, once you have that win, you move on to the next thing and you will end up doing more. You end up finding that mental capacity to get something done. And that's more than what you would have done. And that's a win. That's moving the needle forward. That's getting you closer. Your body will say, this feels good. And you keep completing those small tasks. Take those small steps. Complete the things in front of you. That's number two. What's up? I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for listening to this episode and to also let you know that this podcast is 100% donation driven, which means it's completely funded by you, the listener. So if you like the content I have to offer, I would love it if you can make a donation and you get to pick the amount. I left links in the description of the video as well as my homepage. You can choose which way benefits you the best to donate. And if you need more options, please feel free to email me at dariusdotch@gmail.com. That's DARIUSDOTCH@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for being here and let's get back to it. And number three, celebrate your small wins. Yes, the small ones. If you got up and you got in your car and you made it to the gym, celebrate that. Pat yourself on the back. Get a set done and you say, let's go. You did that shit. Why do you do this? If you really celebrate the small wins and you feel proud of yourself, your brain will release serotonin and dopamine. And serotonin and dopamine make you feel good. When you celebrate your wins, your brain is going to reward you with these feel-good chemicals. So if you don't feel like working out, or let's say you don't feel like starting on that project at work, and you say, God damn it, I just want to do my regular routine. I don't feel like doing all this BS. And you force yourself to move. And let's say you respond to just one email, and you type it out and you hit send. You celebrate that success. And maybe you play that song that gets you going. You nod your head, you pat yourself on the back, and you celebrate it, and you will start to feel good. Your brain will make that happen. And you start to get momentum on your side. You'll start to want to do more. And that's the perfect place to be. Number 4, and a very obvious one, but get rid of the damn phone. You have to. I say this all the time, and I'm not going to front. It's something I've been struggling with too. It's hard. We have to get rid of the phone. It's taking you away from what you need to be doing. It's killing our dreams. If you just get rid of the phone, your focus will be so much more in tune with what you need to do. And not only does your phone distract you, but it overstimulates your brain. It's designed to be addicting. We know this. It's why you see all your favorite stuff on there. It's why when you search something one time, you start to see it pop up in your news feed. It's designed to keep you. And you know that feeling, right? You scroll for so long that now you really don't feel like doing anything. Your brain is basically mush because around you in the real world, there just ain't that much stimulation than what a cell phone can give you. And then you want more of that phone. And that's a cycle that will lead to you being in a rut. So get rid of the phone. It's distracting and it leads to inaction. Number 5 is focus on just the next 5 minutes, not the next month or the next week or the next day, not even the next hour, the next 5 minutes. Once you figure out what that next step is, once you understand that what you need to do next, or let's say you're in a rut and you know exactly what needs to be done, you just ain't motivated to get it done. Well, for the next 5 minutes, and let's be honest, 5 minutes ain't long. 5 minutes is nothing, right? So for the next 5 minutes, only focus on that one thing. Only 5 minutes. And set a timer. So if you have to write a paper or a speech for the next 5 minutes, do nothing else but write. No distractions for 5 minutes. And once that 5 minutes is up and you had no distractions, because, hey, it's only 5 minutes and we're adults, right? We can force ourselves, if we set a timer, to not focus on anything but one task if we truly want to. So do that. And once that 5 minutes is up, see if you can do another 5 minutes. And you keep doing this. And what's going to happen is it's going to get easier and easier, and those distractions will be easier to avoid. So that's number 5, 5 minutes. Number 6, ride the momentum. Once you feel that momentum, you don't let it stop. You keep it going. You get that small win, you celebrate it, you get that dopamine, you work and you focus on all those minutes without a distraction, and you ride that momentum. Just like if I was to roll a bowling ball down a hill, it's way easier to stop it at the top of the hill because there's no momentum. But if I try to stop it at the bottom, when they got some steam rolling behind it, it will be way harder to stop. It has momentum. Same thing for you. Keep that momentum going. It's very easy to stop it in the beginning, but keep pushing yourself a little more. And once you have that head of steam, you will be hard to stop. So those are the 6 tips. Move your body, take small steps, celebrate the small wins, get rid of the phone, focus on the next 5 minutes, and ride the momentum. And look, like I always say, we have to give ourselves grace. Setbacks, the ruts, feeling overwhelmed, all these things will happen. It don't matter who you are. You've never dealt with this before. You've never had to deal with or navigate the thing you're navigating at this age right now before. Maybe you've had a similar problem or a similar rut, but this one is different. It's a different day. It's a different time. Don't tie your problems to your identity. You are not your setback. You are not your problem. So if you're in this rut, in this setback, dust yourself off. Remember who the fuck you are. Remind yourself that you got this and get to moving. You got this. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. So thank you again, and let's get it in.